Welcome everybody. I am here to do a demonstration of how to do online homework for 6249 factor analysis and structural equation models. First step is to go to the course web page, and if you haven't done so already, I highly recommend that you bookmark that page for easy access, like I have up here. So I'm going to the course web page. The link to the homework portal is right here in this table. The video that I am currently recording will be posted underneath it. Note for all quizzes and homework assignments on the syllabus, it gives you the due date as well as the mechanism by which it should be submitted. So for homework 0, this is the homework that we're doing to test the system and earn yourself 3 points extra credit. This is due online. All of the formative assessments are going to be due via Icon, and the odd numbered homeworks are going to be due via Icon because they will involve individual writing. So just make sure you note that as well. So the link to the homework portal, you will see a sign-in page that asks for your last name according to what it says in Maui, including hyphens or spaces as appropriate, as well as your 8-digit Iowa ID. I'm going to sign in using a dummy login that I created for demonstration purposes. No thank you, Google. Once you log in, you will see this landing page that will have all of the homeworks that you have either completed or are currently available. And you will also have your current point totals for homework, for quizzes, and for bonus points, as well as your current grade. This page will be updated within a day or two every time a homework is due or a quiz is due. It doesn't get updated automatically. It's something that I do myself manually. So please be patient if it doesn't happen instantaneously, but you should have a good indication as to where you stand in this course at all times. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate homework 0. So the online homework system is designed to give you practice interacting with the material, the factor analyses in particular. And at the top of each one, it will tell you how many points it is worth out of 100. So this is 3 points total. 2 of them will be from computational questions, and 1 of them will be from results interpretation questions. So at the beginning of each homework, right here will be a link to the necessary files for data and syntax that you need to complete the homework, followed by sections of questions. So this homework has 2 sections. Each section is going to have computational questions, and those are numeric responses that you must enter to a target level of precision for them to be correct. So in this case, it's to 0.01 to be correct. Not that that is necessary for this level of precision, but when we get to the point where we're inputting parameter estimates and log likelihoods and things like that, it will matter. So the points on this homework are for extra credit, just getting to know the system and getting to know the syllabus. So how many regular homeworks are currently planned for this semester? Well, I happen to know that it is 6, but I want to show you what happens if I put in a wrong number. So I'm going to put on 7 and hit enter, and it turns red. So that signals to me that I have entered the wrong answer. The box is still active, so I can change my response. I'm going to go ahead and hit 6, and it turns green. So once it turns green, you can't edit it anymore because you have the correct answer. How many points total are the homeworks worth? It's 88 this time. How many points will you lose if you submit a homework even 1 minute late? It's 1 point this semester. Note that the system clocks the time and the date that you submit, so it's not up to me whether it's 1 minute late. Just keep that in mind if you're working at 11:58 p.m. All homeworks are due by 11:59 p.m. How many points of extra credit do you get for submitting this homework 0? You get 3. So I'm going to go ahead and hit enter and watch the results turn green. So those are the computational questions that you will get immediate feedback on. The other type of question that we'll have this semester is multiple choice that feature more general interpretations. So to demonstrate that type of question, we have these 2 here. My campus office, it happens to be in 356 South Lindquist Center. Not that that's relevant for you because I will never be there. Campus is a dangerous place to be right now, so I will be holding my office hours in my basement at home on Zoom. Go ahead and select that as an answer. My office hours are going to be held 3:15 to 4:45 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, And if no one is currently at office hours, I'm not going to end early. I will stay logged in just in case someone wants to pop in and talk to me, but I will find things to keep me busy. So number 2 and 3 is correct. So at this point, if I decided that I wanted to save my work and take a break and come back later, what I would need to do is scroll down to the bottom and there's a box that says check and save your answers. So after you do that, whatever selections that you've made in these drop-down menus will be retained by the system and you'll be able to see them when you log back in. Let's go on to section 2, answer some more computational questions. How many points from formative assessments? This semester it is 12. How many days per week are we meeting? It is 2. And how many regular class periods are we scheduled not to meet? It is actually 1. There's one day where I'll be at an online conference, but I'm going to go ahead and hit 0 just to show you what happens if you have an incorrect response after submitting. So we'll keep that 0 for right now. The class will utilize M+, which is currently available for free to course students anywhere using the Iowa Virtual Desktop. There is a limit of 20 users at the same time, however. Original homework assignments using individual data, so that's going to be 1, 3, and 5, should be submitted. You can probably guess via Icon. Please do not submit them via email. I have 49 students this semester. And real paper is something I stopped using about 20 years ago. Revisions to homework assignments should be submitted also via Icon. There will be a separate portal to submit those. And last but not least, this class will be. My intent is to make it challenging, but in a good way. Let me go ahead and pick a popular misconception that this may be a nightmare, just to show you what happens if you have an incorrect response. So I've completed all the questions right now. I'm going to hit check and save. I'm going to go ahead and submit. So after you have finished answering the questions, you are not yet done. You need to submit final answers. Once you click that button, you will see that all of the drop-down menus have been removed and the answers that you've chosen will be left so that you can look through these again, decide if you're happy with them. If you look back at your work and you decide that you want to change something, there's a button for that that says go back and change something. So if I hit that screen, you'll see that I come back and now the drop-down menus are available again for you to make your change. Once I decide that I'm happy, I'll hit submit final answers. That also saves at the same time, by the way. And last but not least, you'll need to enter your password to actually submit. I have this check built in to keep people from inadvertently submitting before they are ready. So you will need to enter your 8-digit Iowa ID again to make sure that you're ready to submit. So here's this one. And I'll go ahead and submit final answers. Once you've done that, you will know that it worked because you will see this message, thank you, your answers have been submitted. And it tells you when you can log in to see your score. Now, because this is a demonstration account, I'm going to immediately be able to see my scores. You will need to wait until after this assignment has been due for all of your classmates. So I'll go back to the main page. And you will be able to see your answers, but you won't be able to see your scores until the due date has passed. So I'll show you what it will look like after the due date has passed. So of the computational questions that you got right, they will remain green. For the results questions, those that are correct will also be shown in green, and any questions that are incorrect, apparently I picked the wrong one here, inadvertently. I meant to pick 4, which is the correct answer, but I picked 3. So 3 is incorrect, it's shown in red, and 4 is correct, it's shown in green. And the last incorrect answer for the computational question here was 0, followed by the correct answer in 1. So that way, even if you've submitted an assignment, if you couldn't figure out all the answers, you'll know what the right answer should have been so that you can work backwards and try to figure out where you went wrong. I'm also happy to troubleshoot that process with you to figure out what the correct answer should have been for you. And here is another one where we have an incorrect answer followed by the correct answer. So each of these assignments is going to have lots of questions, somewhere between 60 and 100, I think. So each question is worth just a small fraction of a point. So at the bottom here, it will tell you how many correct answers you have out of how many possible, and therefore how many points you've earned for each type of question, computational or results, and your total. So if you're in a situation where you have almost all of the questions answered, but you can't figure out one or two, it's probably better for you to go ahead and submit with just those two incorrect than to take the hit of a late point subtraction. You can always go back after the fact and try to figure out where you went wrong. If you want to see what the assignment would look like sort of from scratch, you can use one of the other demonstration logins, the last name 13, and then 1313131, and I'm missing a 3 here. I'll go back and fix that for you in just a second. So you can see what it would look like sort of from the naive perspective. So that is it. Please let me know if you run into any problems completing this homework 0 for 3 points extra credit, and I hope that it goes smoothly. So that's it.